because you brought up something I was interested in, being the sort of idea of like leaving attention hanging and then like embellishing around it and then resolving it, um, which is something you've actually kind of mentioned a few times. I don't know how intentionally, but like I've noticed it, and it's something I would like to work on, and I feel like it's something I don't actually have a super great idea of how to like really effectively focus on something so kind of like specific as that.
Yeah.
I don't know if that
Yeah. No, I
really answered.
definitely. Yeah. Wow. Yeah,
It's like
there's a
a,
lot there.
a
Yeah.
box sort of thing, right?
Yeah, I can definitely I have a lot to say there. Yeah, and so I guess okay, so that can be kind of the last topic for the day. And otherwise, does everybody feel like they have what they need? There's no kind of hanging questions or anything. Cool. Um, yeah, so I feel like I haven't really heard other people like talk about this that much. So this could just be something that in the way that like when you're first hearing music and you understand parts of it, you don't understand parts of it. It's like something that maybe I could have projected onto some music that I was hearing. But it's
Hmm.
become a thing that I think about like a lot with
Hmm.
improvising. It's kind of how I think about like tension, where often we'll think about tension and release is like you play the tense note and then you resolve it. But it's like you can play the tense note and then resolve it like way over here.
Yeah.
So one of the things, and yeah, I think I got that probably from like learning a little bit, but not that much about Bach when I was like 21, and learning a little bit, but not that much about bebop when I was like 21. Because like in bebop, they'll leave tensions hanging in a lot of like Charlie Parker heads, but I don't know if they I don't know if they resolve them obsessively.
Hmm.
Um, but honestly, I mean, I learned so much from like learning bebop heads after I had really learned harmony. Like
Hmm.
before that, I didn't really like it that much, and a lot of the music that I grew up with was very like modal and stuff, and a lot of what I'm doing now is very modal. It's not super like harmonically like dense in this way.
Hmm.
Like I mean, I like harmonics and like and stuff like that. And we had a really good
Yeah.
talk about just intonation last week. Actually,
Oh wow.
there was
Okay.
one, yeah, just like the couple of things as a teacher. Last Tuesday we talked about like distortion and harmonics and like just intonation and like Glenn Branca and stuff
Oh
for
wow.
like an
Okay.
hour or
That's
more.
sweet.
And then on Saturday it was only Riley, and we just started working on all this crazy like free improvisation stuff, and we were talking about like Morton Feldman and like the like Wandelweiser composers. It
Vandalizer.
was like
Oh
some very
man.
like music school
Oh man.
stuff, but Riley's really into that, so it was really
Yeah.
fun because I've never mentioned any of that before in my teaching. It's really
It
funny
is.
that it came up in
Their
teaching.
website's really great if y'all are looking to dig into. Lots of essays, lots of, yeah, it's a record label. It's lots of cool stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
um
Okay, back to tensions.
okay, yeah, so I think it probably, I mean, for me, this is something that I developed over the course of probably like 8 years. So it was really incremental. I think probably the start point is thinking about how you're using register. And as you're doing that, trying to like the better you get at remembering every note that you're playing as you're playing it. So basically, like this is another skill that I haven't really thought about how to teach, and I've never really been asked about it. I don't know if I've even articulated it, but it's like at this point when I'm improvising, as I'm playing, I am building a log in my head of everything that I've played in the solo. And then that stuff becomes, this is like really, this is also, I don't want it to be like, I don't know, like intimidating or anything, but basically it's like as I'm soloing, it's like I'm archiving these sounds, these gestures, these little motifs. It could be the like thing that I did. Yeah, my live performance audio is not cool. Like it could be something like that, which like becomes a motif. Like so, could be or whatever, you know. So it's like, and I added some stuff to it, but you still hear kind of the cell of the original idea.
Yeah.
So basically, there's this like running archive of what I'm playing in a solo. And I'm also not like obsessed with like motivic development in a really old school way where I have to like I can only play variations on the first thing I play. So it's not like I'm stuck with like or whatever. Like I'm more okay with like contrast than that, and like ideas that show up like unexpectedly or whatever. Like I have fun with that stuff, but there's still kind of an archive going. And so one of the things that I'll think about, and not always, but especially like if I have a lot of time to think about what I'm playing, like if I'm playing at a pretty slow tempo, um, then I'll think about register as it relates to tension, or as it relates to chord tones and non-chord tones. And maybe it's actually just like a trick. Maybe it's actually really simple. So what I just did earlier when I was playing this like A flat 7 going to like a D major 7 chord, or I think it was something going to an E flat major 7 chord. Yeah, because I was just playing through the full solar tune, right, or solar tune. So I left this like sharp 5 on the B flat 7 chord, which sounds like a minor third on the E flat major 7 chord. So I left this tension here being like, well, this is also just me understanding the role of this tension and how to work with it, but it's like I played that, and then I thought of that as like a tension that I'm leaving in that register, and then I'm going to leave that register for a little bit. I'm going to like go above it intentionally. I'm not going to go below it. Or if I were to go below, I go way below it, but I'm leaving this, let's say like probably like a fourth in either direction, or maybe just the octave that this note is in, untouched until I do something else with it. So then, or maybe not the octave. I mean, I jumped up a third to like just play up here, so maybe that's too much distance. But basically, I just left this note here. I did some other stuff, just on a different string, and then I played it again over the E flat major 7 chord to resolve it.
Yeah. Sweet.
Yeah, and maybe a way to practice that is like play a tension, and then just try to come back to it like half a measure later, or come back to it like a measure later and resolve it. So maybe another one would be like, I don't know, trying to play a flat 9 on a B flat major, or sorry, on a B flat like dominant chord going to the E flat major 7. So what would that be like? I'll just try to play like a 2-5-1 line. Yeah, so you hear how I just basically played lower stuff. And so maybe it is that simple, actually. Yeah. Maybe just do that.
Yeah. That makes sense. It does.
Yeah, but I think that the bigger picture lesson is like placing tensions across tunes, or or placing a tension and not needing to resolve it with the very next note. Just keeping in mind that you can resolve it later.
Yeah, that makes sense.